everybody, Zachary from Zachary Zoo Adventures. I am in Tampa, Florida, and today I'm visiting Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. So I have been to the zoo before, and I haven't been to the zoo in about 3 years, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm wearing my own hat, as you can see, my own Zachary Zoo Adventures hat. As I mentioned before in my other videos, I like to wear this hat at all the places I go to. It usually protects my forehead from being burned from the sun, so I'm super excited to be here. And they also have a brand new Stingray Shores, a new Australia habitat that just recently opened, so that's going to be very nice. I'm going to show you the paper map that was given to me at the entrance, and we'll see where we're going to head. Alright, so this is the map. So it's a pretty good sized zoo. So I'm going to start right over here. And I'm going to head in this direction where I'm going to head to the Asian area. I'm going to head over here to the primates after that. Here we got macaw, and then we're going to see scarlet macaw and blue and gold macaw. Alright, so this is their habitat. And all I see are tortoises in here. There's actually 2 of them in here. Yeah, so I do not see the macaws anywhere. So this is right near the front of the entrance, so I'll check back a little later. So you see there's a 3rd tortoise right there. Alright, so there are some signs pointing in different directions, so I'm going to head towards the left to Asia, and then I'll do the primates afterward. Alright, Asia. There's a mini map of Asia. Alright, we got Malayan tapir. Alright, so as you see the Malayan tapirs right there.
Or the penguin.
It's another side view of the Malayan tapir from here. Yeah, so the zoo just opened. It's only around 9:30. So there are some animals that are still sleeping. And the Malayan tapir does have lots of space for him. Some water for him to be in. We got Komodo dragon. This is the Komodo dragon's habitat. Sorry, there's a fan blowing above me. It doesn't have access to go inside, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be in this indoor habitat. So take that back right over here. He's out. He's actually laying on the rock right here. So here's another side view of the Komodo dragon. He's laying down on the rock. Here's an upper view of the Malayan tapir habitat. Over here is the Komodo dragon's indoor habitat. We got some young Komodo dragons in here.
And then there's that.
Yeah, there's some baby Komodo dragons in here. The second one that's right below here.
Look, there's a lizard.
Yeah, so the Komodo dragon does have an indoor habitat for him to be in. Yeah, so the Komodo dragon outside just moved. Looks like he's changed directions or changed positions. Oh, link to the past. We got Malayan tiger. Oh, link to the past. Alright, the tiger does have a very nice habitat. Let's see if I can find him. Alright, I do see the tiger. You can see he's right there. Oh, he's getting up.
He's moving, Coop. There he is.
I apologize for reflection on the glass.
Wow.
See him right there. Yeah, so the tiger does have lots of water for him to be in. Got a much better view of the tiger from over here. I'm trying to get the focus on the tiger and not the fence. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to check back here later. Hopefully the sun. Oh, there he is. Actually, yeah, they just have access to go in the back. Can you see me? We got lowland Danoa. Alright, with a nice habitat. He's right there having some leaves, looks like. We got Malayan sun bear. Yeah, see the bear. Looks very soft too. Sorry about the reflection on the glass.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can see him right there. Yeah, the sun bear does have lots of space for him. It's a very nice looking bear. We got Sulawesi. This is what we're gonna see. We're gonna see yellow-billed stork, Javan pond heron, masked lapwing, Sulawesi birds, new bird species, giant Asian pond turtle, black pond turtle, swan goose, and Demaswell crane. Alright, this is the aviary. Okay, there's a lapwing there. Here's the other bird there. So I do see the crane in the back there. There's a yellow-billed stork. We got Reeves muntjac. Alright, it's the muntjac's habitat. I'm doing the best I can to find them. There's actually a worker in the habitat, so I don't think the muntjac's gonna be in here. But I'll definitely check back here a little later. Hopefully he'll be out. Yeah, the door is open, so the muntjac can come out whenever he wants. Over here, I got a better view of the Demaswell cranes. They're very pretty cranes. There's a yellow-billed stork, looks like they're building a nest. An ibis right there. Over here is another side view of the Malayan sun bear habitat. We got a great Indian rhinoceros. That's the rhino's habitat. The workers in there cleaning up the habitat. You can still see the Indian rhinos in the back right there. Walking around. Yeah, so I'll probably check back here a little later to see if the rhino's in his actual habitat. We got Indian gharial. And with the gharial, we also got spotted pond turtle and giant Asian pond turtle. You can see there's two gharials in the habitat there. Another view of the gharials. And there's the turtles right there. You can see some of the turtles that are next to the gharial. So I guess the gharials and turtles do get along with each other. Alright, that's nice. One of the turtles is swimming away from the gharial. The gharial and turtle do have lots of water for them. We've got lots of dry land for them to be on as well. We got binturong. And you see the binturong is right there. Looks like he's taking a nap. And the binturong does have lots of space for him. He can't see us. I absolutely love the habitat. He just got up for a second and he lay back down. Really adorable. We got Burmese black tortoise. Yeah, so tortoise is a nice habitat, but I'm not really seeing them anywhere at the moment. Oh, thank you. I did not see them, but they're right there. So someone pointed out to me, and the tortoises are right there. I completely missed them. Over here is the lower view of the Indian rhino's habitat. Looks like the workers are finished up cleaning up the habitat. We've got the Indian rhino feeding encounter. Alright, there we go. It's a close-up look at the Indian rhino. Mostly it's a view of its hind end. Just walking around. Alright, gonna finally got a front view of the Indian rhinoceros. It's a big animal. We got Sulawesi babirusa. You can see there's the female babirusa. Tell this the female because she has no tusks, and usually it's only the males that have those big tusks. You can see there's a second piggy right here. Looks like he's taking a nap, or she's taking a nap, because looks like it's another female. And I can see the female babirusa coming up close. So over here looks like it's a secondary habitat for the babirusa. Over here is another side view of the babirusa. You can see him moving around there. It's a nice looking piggy. Yeah, so I finally found the stationary map. So I backtracked, so I'm right at the front of Asia. So I'm gonna make my way up to primates, then I'll head over this way to Australia, and then I'll head up to Africa. Alright, primates. There's a mini map of primates. We got Angolan colobus. Alright, the colobus monkeys have a nice habitat. Let's see, there's two of them together. It looks like there's three of them. See, they're right there. We got Bolivian gray TT monkey, silky chicken, and golden lion tamarin. Alright, it's the habitat. This is the Bolivian gray TT monkey right there. Yes, I do see there's a silky chicken. So I'm looking, and I am not really seeing the golden lion tamarin anywhere. So it's possibly maybe inside that little box there. Or if he's just not out, because it is still a little early. So I'll definitely check back a little later on my rewalk. As I was about to leave, the tamarin just came out. There's a lot of fencing. I'm trying to get to focus on the animal, and he just jumped. And she's right back there. Yes, there's actually two tamarins out now. Very cute animals. We got ring-tailed lemur. Alright, you can see the ring-tailed lemur. Very nice. Oh, just jumped up on the tree. And there's a second lemur. Probably the most well-known type of lemur, thanks to the DreamWorks movie Madagascar. You're probably gonna know who King Julian is. Over here from the other side view of the Angolan colobus monkey. There's another colobus monkey there. You can see its fur. We got Siamang. Yeah, this is a nice habitat. You can see there's one up there. And there's a second one. Another side view of the Siamang. Hanging on. We got Schmidt's red-tailed goonin and African spur-thighed tortoise. That's a nice habitat. See, there's the goonins right there. And there's the tortoise. There's two more goonins in there. Alright, so it does not seem like there's anything in this habitat here. I'm guessing there used to be a type of primate in here. It doesn't seem like there's anything in here anymore. Alright, so over here is another view of the Siamangs, and I see 3 of them now. Simon. And there's the third one. That one's swinging around. Very active today. Swinging all over the place. Over here is another side view of the ring-tailed lemurs. We got Hamadryas baboon. Alright, this is nice. See them right there. Big fluffy fur. Another one right there. 2 more of them. That one just ran. And the baboons do have lots of space for them. Another side view of the Hamadryas baboons. Really long tails. You've got to move it. Leap like a lemur. Jump like a colobus monkey. Strut like a mandrill. Swagger like a Hamadryas baboon. Balance like a tiki monkey. Hang like an orangutan. Climb like a tamarin. Pose like a Paches monkey. Gallop like a goonin. And swing like a Siamang. We got Bornean orangutan. Alright, see the orangutan. Another view of them. You can see there's one orangutan there. There's more of them right there by the waterfall. Another view of the one right there. Alright, and here's another view of the colobus monkeys. And nice animals. Alright, next up is Australia. It's a brand new area that just recently opened. We got a yellow-footed rock wallaby. And the wallaby just came out. Hopping around. And there's a second wallaby. And the first wallaby just came out in the open, got a better view of them. We got the koala habitat. We got Queensland koala. Alright, see, this is the koala. like she's feeding the koala, looks like. She also brought in a scale, so it looks like she's trying to see the koala's weight. Looks like he's coming down. He's coming down. It's a cutie animal. Get some food too. It's a cutie animal. Super cute. Yeah, so he just got off the weight.
Breakfast is served.
Like he's getting some breakfast from the keeper. We got the barnyard. There's the goaty goat. There's a second goat. We got llama. Let's see, there's a llama right here. Looks like he's just yawning. You actually do gotta be careful with these guys because these guys usually tend to spit. That's the goat yard here. Here's another view of the llama. We got domestic goat. Let's see, there's another goat in here. Another view of the goat pen. There's also a pony. Looks like it's a miniature pony. Alright, over here's another view of the yellow-footed rock wallabies. Alright, next up is Africa. So here's a mini map of Africa. Alright, we got Penguin Beach. Alright, we got African penguin. Alright, penguins do have a nice habitat. Yes, these are the warmer weathered penguins. Information about the African penguins. Life's the beach. Sharing the beach. Over here it tells you all the different types of penguin. And the African penguin's the ones who Tampa has. Who's who? It's a big bird getting warmer. Trash troubles. So the penguins they have here. Meet the penguins. This is nice. Kids corner. I've got Expedition Wild Africa. So the waiting's about 55 minutes. I'm pretty sure it'll be moving fast, so I'm still gonna do it anyway. I've got a Wild Crane. This is the Wild Crane's habitat. And I do not see him anywhere, but hopefully I'll be able to see him after I get off the tram ride. Alright, so over here I can actually see the Wild Crane. You can kind of see his head right there. Alright, go over here. You can see the Wild Crane finally came out. Alright, so over here you can see I got another view of the Wild Crane. Like he's got an itch. Alright, so they also do have some vending machines for people who are waiting in line. Alright, so I'm waiting in line for the tram to come in, because even though there's a long line, I'm still going to do it anyway, in case there are some of you people out there that enjoy the tram ride. So over here are some carvings of people's initials and things on these bamboo. So don't ever do this, because it is very ignorant, especially if it's at a zoo and on a living tree. So don't do that, it is very ignorant. Like this. Harambe Safari Preserve.
Hello, interns, and welcome to the Habari Preserve. My name is Professor Ron, and I am so happy to have you joining our team. I started my career at Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park many years ago, and I am so proud of the work that we've been able to do together here at the prison. Not only do we conduct our own groundbreaking research, but we also partner with other conservation groups to protect wildlife and wild places. By completing our internship program, you can make a difference too. In just a moment, you will load into one of our research trucks to embark on your own intern orientation. You will have a very experienced safari driver at the wheel, and you will be accompanied by one of our highly trained research assistants. They will use this expedition as your introduction to the animals under our care here and get you prepared to assist with all of the amazing conservation and education projects that we are engaged in here at the Habari Preserve. When your research assistant tells you, please load the trucks in a calm and orderly fashion, one person at a time. Watch your head and your step as you climb the steps and slide all the way down to the end of your row so we can make room for all of the other interns joining us today. On the expedition, you may get very excited about all of the amazing things you see, but please make certain to remain seated and keep your hands, arms, legs, wings and tails in the truck at all times. Please take as many photos as you want on the expedition, but keep a tight hold on your camera and all other personal belongings, as the roads may get a bit bumpy. If you do lose anything out on the trail, please let my research assistants know at the end of the expedition, and we will send out a team to find and return to you your lost item. We also ask that you refrain from eating, drinking, or smoking while out on the preserve for the health and safety of our animals. Now, are you ready to go explore, study, and connect with nature?
Yeah.
That's great! Whoa! Did you hear that? I need to get started on today's observations right away. Tell your research assistant I had to run ahead, and I'll meet you out on the preserve!
Hello. Welcome aboard, everyone. My name is Sophia, and I'm going to be leading your orientation out on the Habari Preserve. We will also be joined by my friend. Here she comes. There she is, it's Ashlyn. Everybody, hello. Ashlyn, she's going to be using her expert navigation skills, getting us through the twists and the turns we have out on the Habari Preserve. However, it can get a little narrow and bumpy out there, so just a few quick safety reminders. To stay fully seated and keep your head, shoulders, knees, toes, children, anything you really want to keep inside of the truck. Habari control is just going to make sure there are no traffic jams, and then we'll be on our way. Ashlyn, we are all set up here whenever you get that all clear. As we do pull out of the station, though, it means your very first job as interns is about to begin. Are you all up for it? It's really important. Yeah? All right. I need you all to wave goodbye to the other interns. they're pointing them out already. Yes, they are. We are coming up on our very first species of the day. These are some golden potted monkeys up ahead. They're the ones that sparked our interest in animal communication because they have a very special way of doing it. Oh, and actually, looks like we're getting very close. Let's listen carefully. We may be able to hear. Did you hear that? There it is again. It's absolutely nothing. Yes, those potted monkeys, they're silent communicators. They prefer using facial expressions and body language to let each other know what's going on. This way, wherever they may be, somewhere down low or higher up somewhere, either way, the predators are going to have a much harder time of finding them. Not hard to find though, this big beautiful sign up the driver's side, which means we have made it to our very main destination. These potted monkeys, they're a wonderful welcoming committee to the amazing and incredible Habari Preserve. You'll absolutely love it as we go through. Hold on a sec. Actually, no, that's not this internship. I don't think they ever got to sign the waivers. Do you guys remember signing like a liability form at all? Ring a bell? No, yeah, they're saying no. Can you cut the music? Cut it, Ashley. Hey, that other internship should not be until later today. As we're going through these gates, though, still keep everything inside the truck for me, just in case. On this part of the preserve, we are going to be greeted by something that's pretty close to a dinosaur, though. Just off the driver's side, we are seeing some marabou storks. These are those bald beauties, yes, those large birds with those black wings. Those wings sit on them like a cloak almost. They're called the undertakers of the savannah. We have one more off the passenger side there. Those wings are very impressive. They're actually one of the largest flighted birds. They can fly even though having wingspans of 11 feet wide. That being said, they are going to spend about 80% of their time walking on the ground. Of course, walking using those gorgeous legs of theirs. Can you see those legs right there? Right, that beautiful white color. Except their legs are not actually white. Their legs are actually a very dark gray. But they're super smart. They realize it can get very hot and sunny on the preserve, so they have come up with a method of natural sunscreen. Do y'all have any idea what the white on their legs may be from? It's their poop. Yes, they will poop on themselves and rub it all around. How fun is that?
JJ.
Now, if you notice, opposite of those poop legs, they're all going to have that bald red head. Oh, okay, real quick. Off the driver's side, though, we are going to be seeing, I just spotted him past the bamboo, a gray crown crane. Let's see, we're going to round this corner up ahead, try to get a closer look at him. You're going to see he's really completely opposite from those marabou storks, right? Marabou's follically challenged. He probably has the best hairstyle in the savannah. It's really lucky that the marabous are bald, though, because we can see that red color. That's how they'll communicate dominance. The brighter that red color is on their head, the more power that specific bird will have over the rest of the flock. They do have a few audible ways of communicating, but they still get pretty creative. Those marabou storks don't have a voice box. They cannot caw, they cannot squawk. What they will do, though, is they'll clatter their beaks together. When they clatter them, it sounds almost like maracas, their hands clapping. And if they really, really like you, they'll whistle at you by blowing air out of their left nostril. That crown crane, we barely saw it, though. He definitely does have a voice box, and he knows how to use it. He actually is one of the loudest calls in the savannah, and we could hear him from about this far away, even farther, up to 3 miles away, actually. We have a male here on the preserve. Male crown cranes will have a lower pitch, longer call. Females will have a higher pitch, shorter one. When they do find their special someone, they'll unify those calls into a beautiful mating song, a crown crane chorus, if you will. Now, I do believe he's moved. I don't see him hanging out near that bamboo anymore, but we can always spot him. Maybe he's going to be bobbing his head or flapping his wings. Oh, he is going to be still over there as well. As good at he is at singing, he may be even better at dancing. He's going to dance to establish all of his social relationships, to find the rest of his flock, and to find a mate. In the case of a territorial dispute, they're going to have a proper dance battle. But of course, okay, off the driver's or passenger side, we're actually seeing 2 species. We get creep, Ashlyn. We're seeing this shoebill stork. Her name is Stork. She's actually part of the pelican family, although shoebill pelican doesn't have the same ring to it. However, like the true marabou stork, she will clatter her bill together, but because hers is so much larger, it's often mistaken for a helicopter flying overhead. Neighboring her in these bushes, we're actually seeing about a 700-pound animal, believe it or not. We have an eastern bongo hiding in here. Fully grown, they can be up to 900 pounds. But you can see he's nearly invisible in there, right? That's because he has a bright orange color to his fur. That color is the first that will disappear in the shadows of the underbrush. So it's really popular on a lot of forest animals. Think about tigers, orangutans, red pandas as well. He also has some vertical white lines going up and down his back. They're called disruptive stripes. And that will break up his figure. That's why predators don't know exactly where he begins or where he ends. Now, we are going to be going through this other set of gates, so just keep everything inside the truck for me. But through them, we are entering another part of the preserve. Reserve in the heart of Africa. This is the Ituri Rainforest, and it's where we work with a group called the Okapi Conservation Project. Now, have any of you ever heard of an Okapi before?
Yes, I've heard of Okapi.
Yeah, a few of us? All right, if you haven't, do not feel left out. They are really hard to find. That's why we're doing everything we can to protect them and their homes up here at Base Camp Kalinda. Base Camp Kalinda is the first of a few checkpoints we have here on the preserve, but here, we're just gonna stop by real quickly, pick up the professor. I know he's super excited. He's been talking about it for days, meeting you all. He just cannot wait. He cannot wait. All right, I'm actually not seeing him here, but look at this. That is his research jacket. We are on the right track, interns. Do not worry. I'm just gonna give him a quick call. Hang tight. Professor Ron, hi. It is Research Assistant Sophia. I have all the new interns with me here at Base Camp Kalinda, but we do not see you. Are you still in the area? Over.
Hi there. It's good to hear from you. I was trying to wait for you guys, but I just saw the coolest thing ahead in the brush. I had to follow it to see what it was. You guys have got to get up there. It's incredible.
10 poor Professor. We'll see you up there. Interns, did you hear him? He sounded really excited. And if you saw what I think you may have seen, we should be excited too. All right, Ashley, let's keep on moving here. So for a few weeks now, we have been tracking an Okapi through this area, but without any luck so far. We haven't been too upset though. As I mentioned, they are so rare. They were not even first photographed in the wild until 2008. And even then, it was by accident. A mother and her cat, they took a motion-activated camera. So I am really hoping that's what the professor found, but you know, they're not called the ghosts of the rainforest for nothing, right? Oh, but interns, you know what? We are actually entering the territory of our local Okapi. I want you to look to the trunks of the trees, about 4 feet off the ground, about eye level for you all. Can you see that darker brown, almost reddish smudge? That's an oil that comes out of Okapi's nose and neck. They're gonna rub it up on things like trees and posts to mark their territory. That's really important for them because they are solitary. If there's another Okapi in their space, they may get very stressed out, thinking the other one will be challenging them for resources like food, water, and shelter. So you can also look to the ground. They have a sticky tar-like substance that comes up from in between their toes, and they can also spray their urine. So I would like to welcome everybody to the splash zone because we have fun of our Okapi just off the driver's side here. We're going to be, actually, can we take a look on? All right, he's kind of hanging out there, so if you're on the passenger side or in the back, you can stand up, move around, try to get a closer look at him. This is the farthest ahead we can stop here. But you can move all the way up here too if you want. Really, the only time you may see 2 Okapis together is if it's a mom with a really, really young child that still relies on them. Even then, though, they're going to try their very hardest not to be found. They are very scent-reliant, especially when a mom does have their baby. They really don't want to draw a lot of attention to themselves. Baby Okapis will not poop the first 2 months of their life, so that they can avoid being trapped that way. Yeah, you see them there? Now, once we all have our seats, Ashley, we will be good to keep on moving here. All right, we are set. We want to let him live his best solitary lifestyle in the forest. Of course, the forest is a great place to hide when you are by yourself, but we're entering the savannah, where you're going to need a lot of eyes and ears to look out for predators or even your prey. We are now coming up on the territory of our painted dogs. You're going to keep an eye out for their calico coats, and I do believe I've spotted them against that far tree line past that down tree trunk. Yes, they are incredibly social. They can live in packs of up to 40 individuals. It looks like our trio of sisters are socially sleeping. They will sleep like this every day for about 18 to 22 hours, so that they can save up as much energy as they can for their hunts at night. On those hunts, they are incredibly successful, also because of all the sounds they're going to make. They are part of the canid family, like the dogs we may have at home. They could bark, they could growl, but they will also use something called auditory camouflage. They will learn local bird calls and then mimic them by using high-pitched chirps and yells to confuse their prey. Now, to put it in perspective, the king of the jungle, the lion, he'll catch his prey about 20% of the time. Painted dogs will catch their prey over 80% of the time. Yes, 4 out of every 5 hunts, they're going to go home with a full stomach. They are truly the top dogs out here. Oh, but interns, look at this. Now that we are coming up on this night house, it means we should also be approaching Base Camp Ward. It's another checkpoint we have here, where we work with a group called the International Rhino Foundation. They help us protect all 5 types of rhinos that live around the world, and they need all the help they can get, which might be the same for the professor. All right, I am so sorry. I am still not seeing him. I'm sure everything's okay though. Do not worry. Do not worry. I'm just gonna double check. Professor Ron, hi. We are at Base Camp Ward, and we still do not see you here, sir. Are you doing all right? Over.
I'm doing great. I was just checking in on our pack of painted dogs, and I saw the most amazing thing. they started to chase their prey at 40 miles per hour, and I ran to catch up. Oh, my hat must have fallen behind. Thought I might have better luck if I just jumped in my research mobile, so I drove ahead. Hope I don't crash. Get it? Over.
Very funny, Professor. Over. Interns, do not worry. I don't think he was talking about a vehicle crash, just because different groups of animals are called different things, right? The group of dogs we just saw live in a pack. The group of monkeys we spotted earlier live in what's called a troop. And we are actually coming up on somebody that lives in a crash. There he is. Yes, crash is also the word for a group of rhinos. More specifically, the southern white rhinos we have here on the preserve. Of the 5 types that live between Asia and Africa, they are the only social ones, living in those groups called crashes, of course, of up to 15 individuals. Here on the preserve, we've been studying one that has 7. Hanging out right there, that is our adult male Mufasa, which means we should have 6 more coming up. Typically, they like hanging out yet near the watering hole there. As we get closer to them, I want you to listen very carefully. Being so social, they want to make sure they can communicate clearly. Do you see them up there? Yes, they can chuff, they can grunt, they can snort, they can sneeze. Juveniles, if they're hungry, they'll make an adorable cooing noise up to their moms, let them know that they do want to nurse. As social as they are, though, they may be even smarter. They realize that the savannah is a wide open, vast place. They're not always going to be face-to-face. They can't always hear each other. So they have come up with a method of long-distance, nonverbal communication. And actually, we're coming up on some now. This is very exciting. Interns, I didn't think we'd be able to see it today. But wow, this is quite a treat. Okay. I want you to look just off the driver's side, on the ground here. Can you see it? Oh my goodness, how exciting. It's Rhino Poop! Yay! Yes, lucky for you interns, the rhinos, they have practically litter box trained themselves. They're all gonna go to the bathroom in the same place. It's called a midden. A rhino will go up, do their business, then flip around, and they'll sniff and lick what other rhinos left behind. That'll give them information like the gender of the previous rhino, the age, whether the previous rhinos were healthy, whether they were pregnant, or just gave birth. If you look off the driver's side, laying in the shade, our 5-month-old baby rhino. Do you see him in the middle there? He looks like a rock. Baby rhino. Do you see him there? Yeah. 5 months old. We are very excited to have him. That is baby Maku. He is one of many rhinos we've had here previously. Actually, we're looking at one now. The rhino to the left, that was closest to the truck here, that is Kayan, and she's 4 years old, believe it or not. A very large toddler. Yes, he is a very large infant. At 5 months old, he's already over 600 pounds. These rhinos, they are the fastest growing land mammal on the planet. Until they're fully grown, they'll gain about 100 pounds every single month. They do get a little bit of a head start, though. As fresh newborns, they're already about 100 pounds. Yes, it's quite brutal on mom, but lucky for her, they're not born with the horns. That would hurt a little bit too much. Those horns will grow in throughout their entire lives. They're made out of keratin, just like our fingernails and our hair. So they will eventually have to file and style them. Typically, they'll stick to things like trees and rocks, but it looks like the professor's truck was a nail file of choice. All right. I think he may have gotten out the back, though. I'm going to give him a quick call, see if he needs a ride or anything. But in the meantime, passenger side, you can stand up once again. Try to get a closer look at that crash. I'm just going to deal with this one. Professor Ron, hi. We found your truck. It looks terrible. Are you sure you're okay? Over.
I'm okay. The rhinos decided to use my research mobile to file their hole. They got a little overzealous, and one of them punctured my tire. I went the rest of the way on foot. I must have left my binoculars behind by accident. Oh no. But I definitely did not need them to see the animal up ahead. It's huge. I'm almost back to the loading dock. So I should see you guys there soon. Over.
10-point Professor, yeah, we will see you up there. All right, Ash, let's go to take the shortcut to try and catch up with them. Now, interns, I don't think you're going to need your binoculars either to catch the animal coming up ahead, because we, of course, are seeing it, the largest land animal on the entire planet, some African bush elephants. They can reach weights of 14, 15, even 16,000 pounds. Believe it or not, though, the male we're seeing off the passenger side is actually kind of small. Even though he's fully grown, he's only about 11,000 pounds, which of course is still heavier than this entire truck and all of us on it. Males like Studla, they do prefer to live a more bachelor lifestyle. They'll reach maturity just before their teenage years and then just leave a group on their own. And for most of their adult life, they do prefer to be by themselves. This is unlike, of course, the females we're seeing off the driver's side. Ooh, we're actually seeing a proper girls' day, because in the distance you can also see some of our female Maasai giraffes. Now, off the passenger side, we're getting a great look at Studla using his trunk there. Their trunks are really dexterous. They have more muscles in their trunks than we do in our entire bodies. Head to toe, we have just over 600. They have 40,000 in their nose. They really will use their trunks anything and everything. Of course, to bring food and water up to their mouths, to spray dirt, mud, hay on their back to act as their form of sunscreen, and to communicate as well. Yes, you can see trumpeting, elephants. Yes, look at them. Now, alongside that trumpeting, they have over 70 vocal cues and double that of visual and tactile communication styles. These all become really important when they are going to be in groups like this. This group is called a parade, and it is matriarchal. That means the group will be led by the oldest and wisest female elephant. Through her years, she's learned all the best places for food, water, and shelter. And then she's going to pass that knowledge down to her daughters, her granddaughters, all of her female offspring. Our oldest girl out here is the one on the far right-hand side. That is Miss Ellie. And Ellie's about 42 years old. And you can see she lives with two mother-daughter parents here. We are going to be going through another narrow set of gates, so just keep everything inside the truck for me. But as we pass through, just take a quick peek inside this building here. That's a really cool inside look at our elephant night house. It's where our elephants go at the end of every day to sleep, of course, and in cases of really bad weather. This building, it was built to withstand a Category 5 hurricane, so it's super sturdy. In the case the hurricane does come, our giraffes will join them in there, and we'll section off different areas using hydraulics that will power with peanut oil and vegetable oil, so that if anything does happen to leak out, it won't be any harm to our animals inside. Just outside the night house, though, we are going to be seeing one of our elephant training yards. This is where our elephants, they can choose to participate in completely voluntary training sessions. If they do decide to come out, they'll learn important skills called husbandry behaviors. They can open their mouths, they can lift specific feet up, or turn their entire bodies around, so that our vet staff and our animal care team can get a closer look at what's going on to make sure that everybody's healthy. Another way our vets will make sure that everybody is healthy is by examining the contents of this big lobster. So as we pass by, take a big breath in through your nose. Examine it for yourself. It's our elephant poop dumpster. But I mean, we did clean it up pretty well. We emptied it just 2 days ago. But as you can smell, it gets full pretty quickly, right? Each of our 6 elephants will eat about 300 pounds a day. They are terrible at digesting, so they will all poop about 300 pounds every single day. But hey, do not worry though about waste. It does not go to waste. We'll give it to local farmers. They can use it as a form of natural fertilizer for their crops. So if you do enjoy eating locally and organic, now you know where it's coming from. Next up on the driver's side, we are going to be seeing the Maasai Giraffe Night Barn. We did tarp it up because of the few winter days we get here in Florida, but we still want to make sure we can keep our giraffe warm. Of course, when your head is about 6 feet away from the rest of your body, it can get a little bit chilly. Something really cool though, that their 6 foot tall necks and ours have the same number of bones. Both of our necks have 7. You can see there though, their neck bones are pretty smaller. If you look up the driver's side, you'll see a few single trees, and those are going to be one of our Maasai giraffes. Closest to us, that is our adult male Sakani. You can get a glimpse of some of the females just off the homes go behind the elephant. Now Sakani, he is fully grown at 15 years old. He is about that many feet tall. But if there are 3 girls we spotted, they're all still very young. They're all still only 3, 4, and 5. So they do have a long ways left to grow. Ultimately, though, we are going to introduce him with our ladies. So you actually see all this construction we're doing right now is to expand their night barn. We are hoping with the expansion of their night barn, we will have an expansion of our giraffe tower. Their barn was called the Species Survival Plan. The Species Survival Plan is like an online dating service for endangered animals. Each individual is going to have their own profile with their likes, their dislikes, their temperaments, and maybe most importantly, their genetic makeup. We're going to match up those profiles so that we can have lots of baby animals in human care, and one day we will release back into the wild. Of course, baby giraffes are already taller than me. As newborns, they're about 6 feet tall. They're actually called the watchtowers of the savannah. When they're fully grown, they can truly see for miles on end. Other animals have picked up on this, and they'll hang around the giraffes, using them as an early sign of danger. The other animals know that if they see a giraffe running, they should probably start running too. And now we are coming up on the second largest type of tortoise on the entire planet. These are Aldabra tortoises. They can reach weights of 550 pounds. Our big guy in the back there, that is Al. Al is about 440 pounds, and he is 52 years old. I say old, maybe a quarter of the way through his life. Yes, the longest lived tortoise ever recorded is an Aldabra like they are, over in St. Helena Island, where in December they celebrated his 191st birthday, and he is still going strong. Through those years, he snorted and bellowed with other tortoises, but he may have also communicated with small birds. The Galapagos tortoises we're coming up on now. Believe it or not, they are the largest type on the planet, but right now I'm only seeing our younger ones against that far tree line there. But the largest one they ever found was 919 pounds. What these tortoises will do is they will raise their necks, they will lift their legs. When they strike that pose, they told small birds that they want to be groomed. The birds will then come over and pick out any bugs or parasites, get a nice little snack, and the tortoise, of course, gets all clean and has a spa day. But look at this though, we've made it back to civilization. the platform is just up ahead, where I'm not seeing the professor. Oh no, I know we really wanted to meet you all today. I'm gonna give it one last call. Professor Ron, hi. We did not catch you out on the preserve. Did you have any last thoughts for our interns? Over.
Hi, intern! I'm so sorry I missed you. But congratulations on completing your orientation today. I'm so excited to have you on our team. I hope you have enjoyed learning about all of these magnificent animals and how they interact with one another. My hope you will share your newfound knowledge with us and continue learning how we can all work together to protect wildlife everywhere. Safe travels, everyone, and thanks for visiting the Hobari.
Alright, so I just got off the tram or the safari tour, and it was very fantastic. And I do recommend, if you are from the area of Tampa, I recommend you do check out the Wild Expedition Africa Safari, because it was very nice and educational.